wanted to nominate my homie Elizabeth Baker for being an amazing co-raw to work with in Dowling, always stepping up, being an amazing neuroscience club president, and just being an awesome friend.
I'd like to recognize the Black Empowerment Student Alliance. I'd like to recognize everyone who's a part of the club. Everyone is awesome. The community that we've fostered, the unity, all the topics that we've talked about.
I want to recognize Blair Webster and Ayomide Agumbiyade for the two most influential Black women in my life here at the University of St. Thomas.
Shout out to Leah Hazelton for being such a big ball of energy. I met her at the beginning of the year and she's always been so much fun and she's always made my day so much better.
I want to recognize Barrett Garfield for being a good example of how to be a good student.
And I would like to recognize Andrew Spencer, Julia Pullman, and Callie Jones on their amazing work on the Volunteer Programming Board this year.
I'd like to recognize a good friend of mine, Mary Carlson, for her ability to brighten anyone's day.
The group that I'm recognizing is the Muslim Student Association, and the reason I chose this group is because they gave me a lot of opportunities as a student who is a Muslim and other students who are like me, and they gave me a place to feel comfortable.
Shout out to Juyi, An, Astina, and Chucheng for their amazing work on HUSA board.
I am recognizing Michaela Flores. She's always active on campus and she's a really great friend to have. She is involved in so much, but yet she still makes time for her friends. So.
I want to nominate my friend Akanksha Kumar. Akanksha is always so caring and supportive to all of her friends. She'll, at a moment's notice, be ready on the drop of a hat to come help somebody who's in need, even if she doesn't know him very well. And she just really, to me, encompasses a true leader on campus.
I'd like to recognize Chase Lau. We've been through 3 years of START together, and he is doing a great job as president this year.
Justin Stanton, and I would like to recognize Abby Heller because Abby is a great leader on campus and Abby's really committed to res life, and I think they're a great asset to this community.
I want to recognize all of my friends at St. Thomas who have made my sophomore year so much fun. Celeste, Vic, Mike, Logan, Brant, Hunter. Thank you to all of you for being there for me.
I'd like to recognize Warren Melton as a great leader on our campus. He is a very intentional listener and leads with empathy, which is something we could always use more of in our world.
I'd like to thank the freshmen involved in BESA for bringing passion and energy to the meetings.
I want to shout out to Elena Ryan. She is a huge role model. She just doesn't know that I look up to her so much, and I do. She's very faithful, very outgoing, very authentic, and she is not afraid to be herself.
I would like to recognize my Flynn family. They just made my year so much more awesome. And my residents. They're super cool people, especially Rachel Nellis.
I just want to recognize Joshua Crespo and Vin Nguyen for just being constant sources of entertainment, but also for pushing me academically, mentally, and socially.
I'd like to recognize Derek Dietrich, the freshman class president, for being a man who lives from his convictions.
I want to recognize Chelsea, Diane, Cecilia, and Lorna because they made my first year as an international student at St. Thomas one of the most wonderful first years ever.
I'd like to thank my best friend Linda Nzambumita. She's just a really motivating person, president of DAB, just an all-around wonderful person.
I'd like to thank Andrea for being my biggest social support through my good times and my bad times.
I'd like to shout out Matthew Carney as a leader on the St. Thomas campus. He's a friend to every student on campus and embodies what it means to have Tommy spirit.
I'd like to recognize Logan Monahan for being a great friend and a great leader who always puts a smile on my face.
And I want to thank Joanna, Amaris, my advisors, Sylvester and Blair, and the SDIS office because as a first-gen student, they helped me with my transition into college.
I'm recognizing Danielle Wong for making an impact and bringing change to the community and world at large.
I would like to give a shout out to Chikeng Lee, Jenda Ali, Anna Yang, Anthony Tranvu, and Daisy Yang for being awesome, supportive leaders.
Recognizing Michelle Lin for always having a smile on her face and always making me feel included every single day.
I'm going to recognize Blair Webster and Vizra Vayu for being great leaders in BESA. I'd like to recognize Shawnee Kringle, Mitchell Nelson, Matthew Henschel, Callie Jones, Rachel Seidel, Kellen Doberstein, Natalie Stoner, and Olivia Skiba for being amazing friends and always being there for me.
I'd like to thank my best friend and roommate, Cara Sanders, for cheering me up when I come home stressed out from class.
I'd like to shout out my roommate, Maggie Jeans. She's also a student here. And I met her, she was one of the first people I met here. And I just want to thank her for being so welcoming, inviting, and fun.
To give a shout out to my fellow peer minister, Emily Dulski,
for her exemplary work ethic in the Office for Spirituality.
And I want to recognize Allie Sauer for being such a positive light in the St. Thomas community.
I want to recognize Jenny Brings because she was the one who got me to tour this campus and she showed me around and told me some of the good things about the school.
I'd like to recognize Colin Hilker for his leadership, especially through his strong commitment to his education and his ability to connect with everyone he meets.
I want to recognize my OM, Kathy Melton, who has been an amazing support system and the best OM I could have asked for this year.